All right, here we are. Oh my goodness, I think it's day 16 already. I believe yesterday was day 15. So that means we are halfway through the 30-day cleanse, the parasite and heavy metal detox cleanse. I'm not gonna lie, I had an English muffin today. Hopefully it doesn't mess up things too bad. But man, I was just definitely like, I really wanted pizza, so I didn't have pizza, but I did have an English muffin at lunchtime. There's that. Not gonna lie about it. There's no point in lying. So just, I'm still doing my best to do no gluten, no dairy, no meat. Excuse me. But I am having a little bit of chicken in some of my vegetable mix. I was just feeling like I needed a little more protein in there. No artificial sugars. So, yeah, keeping up with the routine. I've been taking the herbal tinctures 3 times a day. Still going strong, really consistent. You're supposed to take them every 4 hours on an empty stomach. So I'm gonna see it through for the 30 days. I have been even craving some sugar, but I made just a protein shake with coconut milk, no unsweetened coconut milk, some water, some protein powder, and I put a little bit of honey in there. Apparently, you're supposed to, honey is okay on parasite cleanses. So what can I say? I'm doing my best to avoid artificial sugar. So that's pretty good considering I was like a piece of chocolate everyday person 2 weeks ago. So, anyways, also an update on my truck. Today's Monday. I did not get my truck back yet. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's done tomorrow and I'll be able to pick it up. It ended up being the connector on my injector. I have a diesel truck. I had all of them replaced last year, so they are under warranty. They got one replaced and then they realized that all four, I think all four on that one side were bad. The connectors were bad. They're all corroded apparently. So good news, they're replacing all of them. Should be covered under the warranty. Bad news, it's taking a couple days longer because they needed to order some parts. So fingers crossed it'll be done tomorrow. And I have to have a friend drive me to Cedar City because that was the closest dealership that could get me in a reasonable time. St. George was like over 3 weeks out before they would try to squeeze it in, but there was no guarantees it would be done any sooner. So still, this all it started on Thursday. So I'm doing pretty good. We're doing all right. Me and the dog have just been walking around the neighborhood. Yeah. So let's see let's um. I've been talking a lot about the deer exercise. Obviously, it's from the book, The Tao of Sexology. There's a lot of other information in the book. The deer exercise, there's a men's version and a women's version. It is supposed to cause menstrual retention, not water retention, but menstrual retention, where you maintain your menstrual within and you so you don't bleed, and then all of those nutrients and vitamins and life force energy that is found in your period stays in your body and is reabsorbed. So there's not a lot of information about this on the internet. Partly, I think it's because modern day science, pharmaceutical, health, sick care system has tried to keep this from being mainstream. So it's my mission to make it mainstream. It's a exercise. So I look at it as like if you were training with a gym trainer and he gave you one exercise, he or she gave you one exercise to do, that if you did it every single day, it would guarantee that you would be healthy, or you wouldn't have cramps on your period, or you wouldn't have side effects from your period. Would you do it? It's just like losing weight. A lot of people know exactly what they need to do to lose weight. They need to eat healthier, exercise, but they don't have any discipline. They don't have any support, and some of them just don't know where to start or how to change their habits and their lifestyle. So they stay in their comfort zone, often probably getting worse, getting more, putting on more weight, more inflammation. So I think if you approach your health as that your body is an experiment, not to see how far you can push it in the negative, but to see how what you need to change and mix up to be the healthiest version of yourself, that's like the best mindset you can take. I would say that my die-off symptoms of acne since I started doing the cleanse have gotten a lot better. One thing I did, I stopped taking the nitric oxide supplement that I've been taking. Two, my friend gave me some botanical tea facial oil to start using. And then I've been using my red light therapy thing that I have as well. So I'm hoping that the combination of those three things is also helping. That's another reason I'm really trying to stick to the diet, the food recommendations. I don't like using the word diet because it's a lifestyle. You want to change your food and think of it as fuel, not something that's a diet that will end. That doesn't get you where your goals are. That will just get you to lose weight and then you'll probably gain it all back again. But when you approach things as how does this make me feel? How does my body react when I eat or drink this? And then you adjust accordingly. You can easily make changes and stick to them. Everyone should be pooping at least once a day. If you're not pooping at least once a day, that's a good sign that you need to adjust your food. Apparently, Zoom doesn't like that. Sorry, Zoom. But that's true. You should be pooping at least once a day. Anyways, but the deer exercise is a exercise you can do from the comfort of your bed. I do it in the morning before I go to sleep and every night in the morning before I get out of bed and at night before I go to sleep. And so I've been doing it religiously since October. I think I started in September, worked my way up. I do 360 rotations daily plus the pelvic floor exercises. Actually, I'm sorry, twice a day. I've seen drastic improvement in how long my periods are and then period symptoms, how I'm feeling. I've been on a health journey for quite some time now, so I was already working towards rebalancing my hormones and some of that stuff. I spent a lot of time outside working on my food. I try to stay active every day, drink lots of water. So those are all things that don't require a lot of money. Unfortunately, we live in a capitalist society, and so that means that things that don't cost money, they don't want to promote. This is why the beauty industry is so big, and they make you think really unhighly of yourself because if you don't like the way you look, then you're more likely to spend money, especially on things that you probably don't need. Also, instant gratification never led to payoff. It just leads to usually more work and more problems later on down the road. So think long term, think bigger picture, think about how you can take care of yourself now to live to 100 or 120, if not even longer than that by the time we get to those points. What will you do with your life between now and then? It's not a race to 20, it's not a race to 40. It's not a race to 100 either. You are special. You are here for a reason. You have a purpose, and it's not to work constantly. It's not to be stressed out constantly. It's not just about the food and the exercise. There's a lot of other components between your energy, the energy that you took on from being in the womb, from how your parents raised you, or how your caretakers raised you, experiences that you've had, all those things can get stored in the body. So, yeah, you need to take a holistic approach, kind of look at everything. If you go to see a doctor for a certain thing and they don't listen to you, they don't ask you a lot of questions about your diet, your exercise, your sleep, and your water intake, you should probably run. Remember that most doctors in our society nowadays are paid based on the number of patients that they help and not how they help the patients, quantity over quality. So look for holistic doctors, look for naturopaths, look for doctors that are going to give you the right type of testing or like testing your hormones, doing blood draws for different tests, and that they know how to read it and what they're looking for. It's all super important. So you can make big changes. I've never had any sort of hormone testing done. It's probably something that I should look into, but I'm just doing the best I can with the knowledge that I have now to make changes to my lifestyle that make me feel better, help me look better, and in turn, I can basically tell that yes, I am working on my hormones or not. So even though I'm trying to focus on naturally stopping my period through the deer exercise for menstrual retention, my period is very regular. It's like every 28 days. It's marked. Basically, I can look at the calendar and when it says it's going to start, that's like it starts within a day or two. It's normal colors, it's a normal flow. There's nothing crazy going on with it. So the deer exercise can help regulate your periods and also help remove irregularities, whether you're having pain, nausea, headaches, all of those things. Again, there's no cost. You just have to do it. If you want more support, you want someone to guide you and help you along the way, I have a coaching program called the Blooming Doe. You can put a comment, you can check on the website or find me on social media, and I would be happy to help you through that. But yeah, this is something I didn't have access to or wasn't talked about with me and my family or the women in my family. So we need to change that. We need to celebrate women in their period. We need to help women through the different challenges that they face when they're having their periods. Also, it prepares you to be pregnant. So imagine if we could avoid like some of all the IVF things and stuff that's going on right now, what a different world we would live in, right? So I can't stress it enough to focus on all aspects of your health will help everything, but how you do sex is pretty much how you do everything else in your life. So keep that in mind. And that's it for tonight. Have a great night. Love you. Bye.